Hello, everyone. She's back. Hi, everybody. Hello, people. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, so I'm gonna need somebody's help. Hello, Mayor 381. Hi, um, hi, everyone. Hello, everybody. Okay, I'm waiting on. Hello, Strive 5. How are you? Hello, Sunny Groovy. Robin Scoops. 𝒕𝒕𝒕𝒕𝒕. How are you? How's everybody? Happy Good Friday, everybody. Happy Good Friday. Happy Good Friday. Karina. I love that. Hello, Mr. Rashid. So I got your message. I will respond. I've been dealing with aftermath of tornado. So bear with me, everybody. Come on in. If you are on Facebook or YouTube, if you will let me know in the comment section if I'm breaking up or not, because Happy Good Friday. Hello, Miss Chama. If you're on YouTube, let me or Facebook. Miss Justina on YouTube. Am I coming in clear or am I breaking up? Am I clear? Can you see me clearly or is it blurry? Because we still don't have internet. We still don't have internet from the tornado. We finally have power back, but there's still no internet. So Miss Justina, let me know if I'm coming in blurry or delayed on Facebook, on YouTube. Instagram doesn't use that much bandwidth. So it's clear on Instagram. Thank you. Yeah, I figured. But I can see myself frozen sometimes, like moving on because I'm used on all three platforms. So if that's the case on YouTube and Facebook, you guys may want to switch over to Instagram. All right, we're going to make this short because, okay, perfect. Thank you, Mr. Rashid. Hello, Tumba 29. Raman Okwade, how are you? Hi, everyone. All right, let me see what they're saying. Coming in good. Awesome. All right. It's a makeshift hotspot mobile internet. So that's what you guys listened to me yesterday. We had zero service. So if you were wondering where did she go, yesterday was Thursday. I couldn't come live. On Wednesday night, we had a tornado come through our subdivision, literally through, because I live like countryside. There's a lot of land, so I love space. But we usually have those storms, and the tornado will like be on the other side, or whatever the case may be. But this time around, it literally came through our subdivision, like car windows busted out, home windows busted out, roofs. I think knock on wood, we're one of maybe 5 houses in a whole subdivision who didn't have roof issues. Every other, and I didn't want to put photos on social media. There's a lot. If you go, on my personal page, you'll see that roofs dented in or broken in. Hello. One of my neighbors there, the garage doors are metal. Literally, it is folded in half. I'm not even kidding you. It wasn't open, it's closed, but you can see how the tornado actually opened up the garage and twisted it. We have trampolines, massive trampolines, actually on the highway through it. It was bad. I've never, we had to hide in a closet. It was bad, but I thank God. Things can be replaced. Material stuff can be replaced, but you've got life that cannot be replaced. Are you with me, G? So if you've got life, you've got, there's hope. But anyway, so I couldn't come on live yesterday. We had to deal with that. Let me tell you something. When I tell you that my testimony would, God will always a season, a reason, a phrase, because oh, my neighbor's shed, they have a shed, like metal shed, on the extreme side of their backyard. That shed, and I'm talking of maybe twice the size of a football field. That's the distance of the shed. To tell you how really, really bad it was, that shed landed in my driveway and wedged in between my car and my son's car. I'm telling you, like you wake up and say, are you, and it's like, oh Lord, okay. But my neighborhood is one that everybody comes together. Everyone is looking out for one another. Well, someone went to get snacks, someone went to pick up kids. It was just amazing seeing people come together. But I tell you, as much as that big metal, and I'll take a photo, is right still in front of my driveway for pickup. How that did not even crush any of the cars, but God. But God. So here we are. Let's talk immigration, everyone. If you need to contact us, our number is 334-341-4475. Visit our website at olalayalawfirm.com. Send an email to aos@olalayalawfirm.com. Is right there on the screen. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, Instagram, aos@olalayalawfirm.com. Send a text to number. Same thing is with Thank God. Thank you, Mr. Rishi. So that's why you haven't heard back from me. I have. So if you're waiting on a response to an email, a response to a text, a contract, because I have a city, I gotta review everything. Just bear with me. I'm probably going to be working this weekend, which I didn't plan to. But we were able to get, some cases out yesterday, some out today, but we will probably be delayed a day or two for the rest. So just bear with me. My kids are just coming back. They had to go to their dad's place. So we're just getting back into trying to, and I still don't have internet because what I'm using is just prepaid stuff. It's not what I usually use to work. So I don't have that kind of internet. So just bear with me. Okay, let's talk immigration. Let's talk about VAWA, and let's talk about choosing a psychologist. Share this video, like and follow us on Facebook, Olale Immigration. Just put Olale Immigration on every social media, and this face will come up, I think. And all y'all who liked that last video. So the USCIS officer you heard in the in that skit, that was crazy. I tell you, the things I come up with. But really, it is. So if a USCIS officer pays you a visit at home and they say, hello, how's it going? Yada, yada, yada. I'm here. Oh, your spouse. And madasi urban, Chloe, I'm your going bo. Kini kate so a job. Am I being more going bo? They're probably like, huh? Yeah. I'm not telling you not to do that, but hey, listen, it is what it is. But anyway, happy Good Friday. What's everybody got planned for Easter Sunday? I know in the US, we don't have Easter Monday because there's court on Monday. My kids have that from school, but there's court on Monday. But I think in the UK, they've got Easter Monday. In Nigeria, we do that as well. But if you are filing for VAWA, let's talk about the importance of a psychologist in the VAWA case. Why do you need a psychologist in your VAWA case? I do not have any case, and I'll see if we can do a video request where I always recommend that my clients get a psychologist and have a psychological evaluation in a VAWA case. If you are refiling a VAWA case, you can always use your previous evaluation, but it's better to also use to get a renewed evaluation in addition to the one you've had before. It strengthens your case. Hear me loud and clear. Y'all need to hear me today. So let's put this on Facebook and YouTube. Subscribe to YouTube channel, Olale Immigration. When you file for VAWA, for those who do not know, VAWA is a way where you can get your own green card. Without the help of your spouse, it's a confidential process. You are both the petitioner and the beneficiary. Your spouse doesn't have to know. You can switch over from a regular marriage-based case to a VAWA case. Now, there has never been a better time to file for VAWA than this present administration. And I put that on my Facebook. There's some things I cannot share with you guys, but trust me when I tell you, if you qualify for VAWA, now is the time that you want to file for VAWA. We are seeing that RFEs are being recalled, NOIDs are being recalled, cases that were denied are being reopened, motions to reopen are being granted. It is more immigrant-friendly administration, and they're making it a lot easier when it comes to proving and sustaining your requirements in a VAWA case. Trust me on this one. If you qualify for VAWA, this is the time you want to file it. If you do not qualify, then whatever petition you qualify for, seek that. But it's becoming, it's not easy, but a bit easier to have green card through VAWA. One of the things that makes your case much stronger is having a psychological evaluation. There is a company that I refer my clients to if you need the referral. And for me, it's important that I am involved in my client's psychological evaluation, besides the fact that I have OCD, but because I know what I am trying to put together for the client. I know because I do my cover. I have 3 girls who work for me, but we have templates. But when it comes to a final review, I do that. The cover letter of every VAWA case in my firm is sequential. It tells a story according to what the requirements of a VAWA petition are and what the evidence we have submitted or included is that will sustain or support or corroborate or prove each of those elements. When it comes to the abuse part, a psychological evaluation is a big component of that. So why should you have one, and why is it important what criteria should you look for in choosing one? When a psychologist or psychiatrist or therapist, they're professional, make sure it's a licensed professional. So let's start with choosing one. Make sure it's a licensed professional. You should be able to ask, are you licensed? What state are you licensed in? Whatever the case may be, you have a right to ask those questions. It's a licensed professional who has experience in being observed and give an opinion on whether or not they believe that you have credible evidence and the effect of that experience you have gone through, what their opinion is on about the effect of the abuse you've gone through, and whether or not they believe that you have been psychologically, emotionally, mentally, whatever the case may be, abused, and the trauma you have suffered from that abuse. So it enhances your personal statement when you have a professional who gives their professional opinion on whether or not you have a credible fear that there's credibility to your abuse and how that abuse has affected you. That is crucial in being able to prove your abuse part of it. Because, for instance, I'll give an example. The therapists, the company I work with, there a couple of therapists, and they all would. They have sessions to set up with my client when they have a final draft, and I'm able to, when I do consultations, I take notes on every consultation I do. Based on my notes, I'm able to tell them this is what I have spoken to the client about. This is the client's, completed questionnaire. And this is what I would, if you would ask questions along this line. Some people who have children who are old enough to be part of the session, I always request that they that they are part of that session. and that interview with the child is included in the report. They give me the report, the draft, they give it to the client, and it helps to corroborate a client's personal declaration as well. Once we review that, my clients and I say, hey, listen, you have to make sure your personal declaration and the psychologically report meshes, because that makes even your evidence even that much stronger. So do not underestimate the value of having a psychological evaluation. When you file for VAWA, it's not the time to be penny wise, pound foolish. Don't think of, oh, I'm going to sign another expense. No, another expense is you're not having credible evidence enough to sustain your VAWA case, and then it's denied, and you're risking deportation or risking starting over, because then it's going to cost you more money. How do you choose a psychologist in a VAWA case? Number one, like I said, make sure that person is a licensed professional. Just the same way, not throwing shade, but just the same way, it's always advisable to choose an attorney and not an immigration consultant, because there's so much an immigration consultant can know and or do. It's also important that you're not just talking to somebody who says, hey, yeah, I can write something. No, it's a licensed psychologist. Number two, a psychologist who is experienced in immigration-related abuse cases. There are many, many psychologists, many, many therapists. Not everyone is experienced in immigration-related abuse cases. I'm an attorney. I practice immigration law. I practice criminal defense. I practice family law. I have zero knowledge about real estate law, other than I want to close on my house. Okay, I need a lawyer to put all those documents together. I ain't gonna read any of them. I'm just gonna sign. Yeah, we lawyers sometimes get tired of reading something, especially when it comes to personal stuff, and just sign. So in the same way, the fact that somebody is a therapist does not mean they are qualified or experienced when it comes to immigration-related abuse. There are people, the company I'm talking about, that's what they do. Asylum cases, VAWA cases, U visas, abuse-based I-751. That's what they do. There are people, if you're seeing a general therapist because you're going through depression and all that, that is fine. That is also important. However, the psychologist has to be someone who understands what it is like for you as an immigrant to come from another country, who understands the effect of being held hostage in your own marriage, the effect of what that is doing to you, and being able to put that in words and write in the report that helps to tell your story. Number three, make sure you have at least 2 sessions with a therapist. One session like, oh, okay, yeah, I get it, that's it. No. You want to make sure you're working with someone where you can ask, okay, how many sessions are we going to have? What kind of questions are you going to have for me? What should I expect from the sessions? How long will it take? Do you want me to bring my daughter, my son? What do you want? Ask those questions. Make sure you're having at least no less than 2 sessions when it comes to your psychological evaluation in your VAWA case. Even in an I-751 abuse case, that is very, very important. Number 4, choose a psychologist who is going to give you a detailed report. Not just, okay, a cover letter or a 1 paper, let's see, then that's it. No, that ain't going to fly. Like, I've had reports range from 22, 23 pages up until 57, 60 pages, depending on the kind of case. The one that was almost 60 pages had a lot of physical abuse involved. It is very important that you know that a psychological evaluation is important to a VAWA case. You're choosing a psychologist who is licensed. You're choosing a psychologist who has experienced immigration-related cases. You're choosing a psychologist who would have at least 2 sessions with you. You're choosing a psychologist who would give you a detailed report and be able to give their professional opinion. You're choosing a psychologist, number 5, who will work hand in hand with your attorney. And understand that if you have a lawyer, the lawyer is referring you for an evaluation. There's a reason why the lawyer is doing that. and they should be able to work hand in hand with lawyer, because it is important that what you have in your report does not contradict what you have in your personal declaration. You've got to make sure your story stays the same in your report, in your declaration, witness affidavits. Everything has to be the same. You can't have someone say, you were taken to the hospital on January 1st, 2012, and then your report says it was May 12th, 2021. You've got to work hand in, have a therapist who's going to work hand in hand and know what your lawyer expects, what your lawyer is trying to prove, and how to make your case, and work hand in hand with that. So not only is it important to have a psychological evaluation in your VAWA case, not only is this administration the one where if you're qualified for a VAWA case, meaning I mainly do spousal abuse, that you have a qualifying relationship, the person is a citizen or a green card holder, you've shared residence with them, you've got good faith marriage, you're a person of good moral character, and you have suffered abuse. If you can meet all those requirements and you qualify, this administration, better than any, is when you want to put in your petition. It's not a time to second guess yourself, but if you do qualify, if you do choose to proceed with that, one of the crucial part of your case is having a psychological evaluation as part of your evidence. Keep in mind that a VAWA case, you do not get scheduled for an interview. Yes, be clear. You're filing, especially if you want to get a work permit while your VAWA case is pending. You're filing the I-145 so you can get a C9 category work permit. But that I-485 is not going to be adjudicated until your VAWA petition is approved. The VAWA petition, you do not get an interview. You may or may not get an interview in 485, but as far as a VAWA petition, you do not get scheduled for an interview. What's my point? The point is the decision is going to be based solely on what you send in as evidence, black and white, photographs, psychological evaluation, personal declaration. You're not going to be called for an interview. It's all about what you send in. And if you have sent in enough evidence that will rise to the level of credible evidence to sustain all the requirements in the VAWA case. So there you have it. All right, let's go to questions. I'll take as many as I can. Keeping in mind, we have, hello, Ms. 𝐸𝐭. Cornelia Love Kitchen. Good evening. If your VAWA case is approved, put it here. If your VAWA case approved, how long after does your I-45 form take to be approved? It depends. Depends on the processing time, the field office. Because when your VAWA is approved, keep in mind that you may or may not get called for an interview. If you're going to be called for an interview, whether or not you'll be called for an interview will depend on the decision made by the field office. So the Vermont Service Center approves your case. They send you a C31 EAD if you had requested. Someone was asking me on last week, I believe, because they got their VAWA approved, but they said the attorney sent them a approval notice, but they never got an EAD with the VAWA approval. So why was that? And we reviewed their case, and it turns out that the option of whether or not you want a work authorization upon approval was not selected. So even though it is automatically sent to you once you're VAWA, because that half of my cases, the way I know that VAWA has been approved is when we get that notification under the VAWA receipt number that says we ordered your new card. You can only order a new card under your VAWA receipt number because you have approved your case and they're sending you a C31 work permit. However, if you never get that update, it's because you did not select that you want them to send you work authorization upon approval. So in his case, it wasn't selected that he wanted work authorization, so never sent him one. So now he has to and he never filed a 485. Listen, that's a long story. But anyway, we're going to figure it out. And so that's something you have to know as well. So it depends. So once that is approved, Cornelia Love Kitchen, they send your case to your field office because your field office will now adjudicate your 485. Even though you filed everything with Vermont Service Center, all they're doing is just to do the VAWA. Once the petition, the I-36 is approved, to forward your file, and you'll probably get a notification that we transferred your file to the jurisdiction over, the office having jurisdiction over your case. They will now decide whether or not they're going to schedule you for an interview. If they decide to schedule for an interview, then they'll let you know. If they do not, then you just get your green card, or they'll say you ordered your green card, whatever the case may be. So it still depends on the field office. Hi, madam. How long are EAD taking to be approved through that? Mine is almost what? Alan Menezes? Just had biometric twice for green card and Val. I had all sent together. Work permit, green card. So almost what? So I put up a post today, and just give you a timeline. I got the EAD yesterday. I just put the post up today because, listen, there's a whole lot going on. Because I had to get my kids out to their dad. Like, yeah, life of a mother. But we got a work permit, and then we got an approval notice for another EAD. Those two cases are VAWA related. The work permit, we filed the VAWA petition with companion applications back in August. That was when we filed that. The approval notice, the one that we got the approval notice as well, that 765, that VAWA package was filed in November. Now, I don't know. So I ain't going by really the processing time is one thing. What I'm seeing in my firm is another, because listen, I don't know. So November, December, January, February, March, April, 5 months. It's not that, just like I said, another one was, August. And so it just depends. I can't really tell you that. Yeah. But I'm hopeful that that is the new thing we're going to be seeing, especially with the policy that USCI has released that's starting in May. We're going to be seeing a faster processing times. We'll see. Let's just put it that way. So I can't say almost a year. Question, Alan, what category work permit did you file? I tell you every single day I get this question. If you filed a C-31 work permit for your VAWA case, please understand and hear me once again loud and clear. You will not get a C-31, thank you, work permit until your VAWA case is approved. If you filed a green card application with your VAWA case and you chose a C-31, you still will not get it. A C-31 only comes when your VAWA has been approved and you selected the option of having that issued to you upon approval. So, Alan, the question I have for you is, what category, 765 category, did you select when you filed your case? Maybe that's why you're waiting almost a year. Okay. Nana asked, can you win a VAWA case without a psychologist report? It's possible, especially if your case is more about physical abuse and all. Many more of my cases do not involve physical abuse. Many more of my cases I represent Caribbeans and Africans. And I understand that culture because I'm Nigerian, and our culture, this lady who just passed away, unfortunately, that her husband killed, allegedly, unfortunately, is very, very rampant in the African culture. You don't report abuse because you're trained and raised to keep everything, that's the culture. So in my case, I hardly will get maybe 1, 2, 3, but hardly will get any one of my clients who actually, reported physical abuse. And so a psychological evaluation is absolutely important to that kind of case. Alan, so you mean what is this? C3? No. If you did not choose a C9, Alan, you ain't getting no work permit card right now. Did you do it yourself? Did you have an attorney help you? You've got to educate yourself. Even if you're going to do this stuff yourself, you've got to educate yourself and know what you need to do. Or better yet, lawyer. Okay, let's go to Instagram. Let's see. I have a bloody headache, people. I'm telling you. But I had to come. Well, I'm the kind of person when I make a commitment to something, I make a commitment to something. Like something's got to be going on for me not to show up. Like a tornado. Yeah. Or Jesus has come back and rapture to share. If rapture happens and I'm still here, y'all better be here with me because I am playing. Y'all better be here with me. So I join sharing. So, but anyway, okay. Hello. Happy Good Friday to you as well. Robin School, best immigration on the planet. Okay, thank you. I accept that. Clear on Instagram. Okay. Let's see. Hello, Miss Rose. Favorite online lawyer. Thank you. Hello, Miss Daisy. Hello, BJ Pumpkin. Thank you for checking on me. I appreciate that. Thank God we're all safe. Thank you. God's favorite 82. Yes. Yes. Listen. Bible says 1,000 will fall at my sight, 10,000 at my right, but they shall not come near me. Hey, yes, that's what I'm talking about. Well, thank you. Thank you. We appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Do we handle TN visa? No, we do not. And that's visa if you're Canadian or from Mexico. I used to. I cut back. There's a time I used to be general practice immigration, but I've really, really cut back on my. I only have 3 practice areas, and I cut back in a lot of, like, for instance, in criminal defense. I don't do Rule 32 or appeals anymore. I was just gone a whole lot, but my priority is my kids. I got young kids. Well, they're still young, 17 and 11. So they've got to go to the point where my 17-year-old takes care of his brother. To be honest, he takes care of his brother. He drives him to school, makes sure he's fed. Like, knock on wood, can thank God, can ask for better kids, but still have to be mom. So cut back a little of stuff. So we do not do TN visas anymore. Luxy Lovey, how about green card through marriage? What do you mean, how about? Okay, how about green card through marriage when I-130 approved, waiting on? Are you asking about how long it would take for the 45? It's still the same answer. It will depend on the field office. Whoa, boy. Can one travel? Can one travel with green card extension? Yes. Generally, yes. Now, I'm not talking about your case because I don't know what you have. But generally, if you file, and it depends on what extension you're talking about. You're talking about filing the renewal, and you have an I-90 that the new I-90 being issued actually is the stamp you would have received in the past, but now it extends. Or are you talking about the I-751 extension? Either way, generally yes, because that shows that you're a permanent resident. Hello, Nigeria. Whoa, boy. Okay. God's favorite. I love that username, by the way. 82. So you're born in 1982, I think. I have my younger brother. My younger brother is a surgeon in Massachusetts, and he was born in 1982. I tell you, people, education is good, but your hair becomes gray or you lose your hair. Because my younger brother, Bankole, he used to have an afro, went to med school, did surgery residency, lost his hair. Get myself. I'm just saying, education is good, but only consequence. So God's favorite 82. My work and travel permit was approved yesterday. Awesome. It's exactly 6 months since I filed in October 2021. I didn't receive any prima facie letter. Please, is this a problem? It's not. See, so if you use God's favorite 82's timing, so he had one filed in August, got both yesterday. So I think they are, because pre-COVID, I could easily tell you maximum of 8 months. Max. I would pay you like 8 months. But post-COVID, and I have a case that is so dear to my heart, And I'm just looking forward to the day when I get hers approved. We've had it since February last year, and they're gonna give me this BS that they're doing some background. Like I've sent like probably 5 emails to Vermont. They're not even responding to me anymore in this case. But I ain't gonna stop. Like the more they ignore, the more emails I'm gonna send until I get a response of why, what background check are you doing on this lady? But yours is 6 months. So yeah. So, I'm hopeful that that means that they're getting back to what it used to be. But not getting a prima facie determination. I haven't had any case take 6 months to get a PFD. But keep in mind that not getting a prima facie determination does not mean you don't have a strong case. Getting a prima facie determination does not mean that you're going to get approved. Does it make sense? I just don't want you to dwell. It's a big deal because it gives you peace of mind. Like they've taken my takeaway with prima facie is they've taken a look at it. They've said, okay, if we were to approve this case as is, it's approvable. Okay, let's go ahead. So that gives me peace of mind. That gives my client peace of mind. But don't let don't let it be a worry. Okay, Luxy Love, you have answered your question. I'm a 10-year green card holder. What documents need to file for your citizenship? What is the difference between a physical presence and maintaining your residency? What documents? Well, that's the consultation, or you can go to USCIS.gov website and read more about what's needed. Chinde, when you receive an approval for Vawa, what is the next thing someone will receive? So if you filed your 485 at the same time, then you would expect that the field office would contact you. Either schedule an interview or let you know they will not. If your 693 is missing, they'll send you deficiency notice to let you know it's missing. Then you need to send that, or when you need to send that in. But congratulations on your case being approved. Cookies Baby 143. Hi, Bob case. I got AP but no EAD. When will I get it? It depends on when you refiled. What is your process? What is your priority date? And now they're separating EADs and advanced parole because they found because it was a combined card. It was what they would approve one and they still have to wait for the other to be approved and sent. So now they're approving them individually. So that may be what's going on in your case. So it doesn't mean there's something wrong. I'm just saying. Is the field office being determined by the state of residence? Yes. Thank you, Stonezil. Buki, marriage-based green card interview after 6 months, no decision. That's not a long time, trust me. I have someone waiting 4 years. Cookies Baby 143. Not in November. Okay. All right, Miss Funke, I have we sent your case out. So I can't scan to you. I can send you a scan because it's on my laptop and it's really a large file. And I can only do that on my Xfinity. So bear with me. And can you briefly say something about the NIW? What do you want me to say briefly? L Dimples. What is it briefly that I have to say other than it's what you can self-petition yourself without the requirement of having a job offer or labor certification? Thank you I have somebody who, thank you for bringing that question up. Okay. Yes, we do asylum. Yes. Hello, Epic Movement. Thank you. You are, let me tell you, let me just brag on Epic Movement. I'm telling you, this guy sends me referrals that, and I'm not, listen, he's not getting anything. That's just a full truth. He just does it because he wants to. So shout out to you. I really, really, truly appreciate it. You have no idea. And he pumps me up, and people call like epic movement referred. And he said, "You have an answer." Like, okay, I don't know, but we'll see. But epic movement, thank you. God bless you, real good. Thank you for the support and everybody. I do sincerely appreciate that. I love what I do. I really, really, really love what I do when it comes to immigration and criminal defense. Um, I listen. I love what I do. It's giving me gray hair, but that's okay. Okay. Massage your toes and your head to go headache. I have a condition that was born with that gives me severe headaches. Cookie's baby one, but I appreciate that. And I actually got a pedicure today. So whenever I had those tense headache and I didn't have the internet, like, okay, what the hell? I can't even work anyway. So so when I get a pedicure, my lady is so good. Annie, oh, I'm telling you, like, those kind of Chinese ladies that do pedicures and they put you right to sleep. Yeah, but I still have it. I don't know if my mom is here. And growing up, my parents were confused. My parents were confused, like, and headache. Even till now, if you invite me out, if we're going to hang out, I don't drink. I can't drink alcohol because, yeah, there you have it. Know something about me. So, if you want, I do handle a national interest waiver. I have 6 cases that have to go out before the end of the month. We're still within that time frame. We give a time frame, but they have to be out. So this internet thing is just messing me up. It really is messing me up. Because I do my cover letter, my personal statements for my clients. I draft that myself. But anyway, yes, we do national interest waiver. SEP 8833 labor. I learned about Vawa after getting a denial because my abusive husband lies to immigration. Do you think my Vawa case would take longer because I have a previous denial? No, it goes by priority date. God's favorite 82. I give my brother your contact. You do EB1. Yes, I do employment based. I talk more about family law because a lot of people are going through a lot. Employment based is pretty straightforward for me because it's either you have the qualification or you don't. If you have an employer who's going to offer you the job or you don't. If you look at my desk here, I represent a couple of universities, so we do quite a number of H-1B petitions as well, cap exempt. So, those are pretty straightforward because it's either you have this. It's like it's just about qualifications. Family immigration is more about eligibility and proof and relationship wise and what you've endured. And, it's more practical evidence than what's the word I'm looking for? Y'all understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, so Alan Menezes, C9, I have a lawyer, but he's kind of unresponsive. Talk to your lawyer. I already have her 18 within less than 2 months. Okay, but after hearing nothing, so work permit is under C9. So talk to your lawyer. Let them, like this lady I'm talking about, Miss Pam. A lot of people go by Pam, so you don't necessarily know who she is. But because once your case is outside normal processing time, I am that lawyer who gets on it and says, and sometimes my clients after, because I have many clients, I have a lot of cases, but we try to stay on top of. Listen, I stay on top of people that even consult with me, and I just want to make sure they're fine. But once it's out in our processing time, I don't like for my client to say, hey, can you ask? I get on it and I tell you, listen, I haven't received your receipt notice. I've sent an email. We haven't received your EAD. I've sent an email. Or you tell me, hey, can we send an email? Like, okay, we'll send an email, we'll call. Or I'll call a client like, hey, do you have 10 minutes, 15 minutes? We're going to call USCIS and see what's going on. Because you need to know. I've gone through the process. I understand what it is to just be anxious about, okay, am I getting my green card? Am I going back to Nigeria? What is it? I just need to know. And then, as Nigerians, we're one of the most impatient people in the entire world. Y'all just know Nigerians, West Africans generally, y'all know, any patience are. So myself included. But If it's over a year, like I said, Ms. Pam's, we've emailed twice. And she doesn't know this, but I made an expedited request too, as well. Well, she knows now. But they haven't responded to me. I'm just waiting 30 days, and then I'm going to shoot them back another email until they give me a response. That's just what it is. So you've got to, yeah, stay on them. Mary Ann, hello, my status online says USCI says correspondence was received and USA is reviewing it. Please, what does this? It just means something has happened. Maybe you sent in a response to, for evidence. Maybe you sent in, like, for instance, if I send in the change of address for a VAWA client, would have that. It's just acknowledging that they have received something and they have made a change or they've made an update on your case. If they asked you for, or if you, let me see, or whenever I send an email through the attorney hotline email, that would also reflect. For instance, if I request a change, I requested a change in the spelling of my client's name, and that showed up on the update saying correspondence was received, and he was like, "What is that?" Like, because they updated your name. So it just depends on what was done on your case. 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕, that's the same thing. That's the same question. Okay, people. Yes. Good question. Healthy Food Kitchen. Let me address this. How long does it take to get receipts from immigration in bond case these days? It is taking them forever. I sent 4 cases on February 25th. And I remember exactly because they were delivered and signed for the next day. We're still waiting on the receipt notices. And they said, they emailed me back because so 2 of those cases, we converted from marriage based to VAWA. So in those 2, they already have alien numbers. The other 2, I had to give all the information, but they emailed me back saying we received because I always send immigration packages with trackable mail and signature requested. As nothing, the only time I would not request a signature will be if I'm sending a change of address form, but it would have to be trackable mail. It has to be mail that somebody, I can put on USPS and say, okay, it was delivered. And sometimes it would have someone who, even if you don't request signature, but if I'm sending out your VAWA case, if I'm sending out your AOS case, it is sent usually by express mail, signature requested, or priority mail, signature requested, so that I know not only was it delivered, I have a name of an officer or whoever works in that USCIS office that signed for it and it was delivered to them. So they confirmed that, because I sent an email with my postage receipt, because I always scan that and every client gets a copy of their postage receipt so you can track your case as well. And they said, yes, it was. And they said, this is the officer that signed for it. And they said, yes, we have it. We're delayed in sending out receipt notices. So Healthy Food Kitchen, you're not alone. One of those cases, we got the receipt notices yesterday. So 1 down, 3 more to go. Because I've never had that take almost 2. Now, in all fairness, sometimes I've had in the past, receipt notices can take up to 8 weeks. But not VAWA cases. That got me worried a little bit, because it's like, And I'm worried about one of them because we have the interview, even though we did an abeyance request for them not to schedule an interview, but USCI being USCIS, they scheduled an interview. So I'm hopeful that before April 22nd we get the receipt notice. We'll see. But you're not alone. Just if that makes you, breathe a little bit and so. Never give up. I love that. Good evening. Does change of address in VAWA case, that your case? No, it does not. It does not. Every VAWA case I have in my firm, the mailing address for all my VAWA clients is my office address. All, no exception of one. So the point is, if they have to send you anything, it's coming to my office. So you changing, we just have to notify them if you change your address, and really because of 2 things. When they schedule your biometrics, so you schedule in the state you live in, And then when your VAWA case is approved, they know what field office to transfer your case to. But as far as aside from that, any correspondence, any mail, any communication regarding your case comes to my office. So you can move wherever you want to. Just let me know, and I'll send you your AR11 form so they have that on file. Epic Movement on Instagram says, I feel the passion when you speak. I got my interview in a few weeks. I have a lot of communication with my spouse, but we don't have warming pictures, but we do have pictures with years we were together. Okay. I wish you all the best. Yes, I am very, very. Should I be nervous? I have an interview in a few weeks, but I have pictures of the years I spent. Don't be nervous. It's okay to be nervous. If you're not nervous, then listen. When I have a trial, I'm so nervous. When I have a client's interview with immigration, I get very nervous. I just don't tell my client because my client's already nervous. So it can be two of us. But God knows that my heart is praying. If you come into my heart, I'm praying and speaking in tongues and everything within my spirit, and I'm just prophesying over that officer and making sure that I can interject if they ask questions that is none of their business, but just praying, and my feet are shaking, and it's like, God take over. God, it's in your hands, but I can't say it out, but because I keep looking at like, okay, so it's okay, Epic. Just get yourself prepped. I hope you have a lawyer. If not, prep together. Ask yourself questions that you ordinarily would not ask. What is the color of the interior of your car? What kind of car did you drive into the office today? What is the color of the microwave in your home? What is the make of the microwave in your home? What is the color of the couch? What does your wife do every Sunday night? What is one habit that your wife does? And they're going to ask that person, your spouse, the same question. So you need to know, do you have a lamp in your living room? Do you have a lamp in your master bedroom? Do you have bath rugs in your master bedroom? What is the color of your front door? What is the name of your neighbor? What is the name of your leasing property manager? What did you guys do yesterday? Do you go to church? How often do you go to church? What's the name of the church? They don't know the answers to those questions you're asking you. You're the one who's going to give the answers. The goal is to compare the answer one spouse gives to the other spouse. So things, good evening, Mr. West, things you may not necessarily think of, just think of crazy questions. That's what USCIS does. So you'll be fine. All right, people. What is the meaning of interview was completed and your case must be reviewed? Exactly what it means. That they're not going to make a decision yet. Hello, Timmy Dyer. Greatness, baby. Let me see here. I'm fine, Mr. West. We're doing well. We're doing well. I still don't have internet, but I had to get a mobile hotspot, and it's so far so good. Priscilla Dada, that's fine. Ekale, happy Easter to you as well, Miss James. Hello, God's got me. I love that. See, y'all are my people. Y'all are my people. Y'all are my people. So anyway, okay, you're welcome. All right, people. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Resurrection Sunday. Good Friday was when people thought, okay, that was the end. But then Resurrection Sunday came, and everything that you seemed dead or doomed or just inactive in your life, I pray that God in his infinite mercies will resurrect them, that things will begin to make sense. Things will begin to add up for you. You'll begin to see joy. Things that looked like they were gone or done, that they will begin to work together in your favor. And all shall and will always